It's Extreme Race Day on Saturday. Aidan Rodley and myself to take you through the card, and we've found one in each race that we think might be worth a wee dollar or two. Aidan, looking forward to the race day there on Saturday. What can we expect with track conditions?
I think it's come up okay. Obviously, it's been a little bit wet through the winter there, but tracks are improving all around the country at the moment. So hopefully we're going to see a decent surface, certainly what these horses are hoping for.
Okay, let's get into it with the first race on the card, and this is the Taranaki Pine Dash. What did you like here, Aidan?
In this race, it's a tricky old affair. It's a real speed over the 990 metres. I've gone with Electrode on top, a horse who's won 2 races. Was a 12th place getter last time out. I just thought there was enough there. Jonathan Parks, who's riding in terrific form for Murray Baker and Andrew Forsman. I thought that was the horse to beat.
Okay, I'm going to go with Vincent 195 to place. Probably good enough as a 3-year-old to suggest that first up as a 4-year-old might be able to get some good odds around it. Over to the second race we go now. New Zealand Bloodstock Insurance Pearl Series over 1200, 230 Florence Jean. Your sort of price, Aidan?
Yeah, I think she's a standout in this race. Obviously, some decent horses in here. Sweepstakes is a 1,000 guineas place getter. Salamanca's very good, but obviously just down to 60.5 after the 4-kilogram claim there. And Santa Monica's going really well. The last couple of runs have been good performances, but Florence Jean was a wide margin trial winner. They just let her run it to up. She's speaking to House of Halo, who's a Group 1 1,000 guineas winner from last season. By all accounts, she's in good order. The glue on shoes have come off. There's a lot of positives about her. If she turns up in the form that her best form, I think she'll just she'll turn this into a procession.
Ditto. She is very fast. Race 2, number 6, Florence Jean to win. On to the third race we go now, and this is the Harold Tussin Memorial over 1,300 metres, and that sort of market, Aidan. $8 Darjin Shan and Sky High Ratu. Interesting race.
Yeah, one of the things that the Taranaki Racing have done this weekend as part of their Extreme Race Day is they've turned the ballots upside down. So it's a reverse ballot system. So a lot of these horses who are better performed are down the bottom. Because of that, the horses like Larima here, who I know's drawn 15 in his 5th ballot, it is clearly the horse that comes out on top for me in this race. So while it's unlikely to get a start, you know, if it was going to get a start, it's a horse I want to be on. So the reverse ballots have made this a little bit difficult, but here's a horse who's had 4 starts, a maiden winner, has run 4th in the Lowland, not that far behind Savvy Cope, and then went around in Group 3 company in her only other start. By all accounts, she's coming up really well. She's 5th ballot, that's got to be the concern, but that's that reverse ballot system. If she starts, I think she'll be winning.
Wonder what would happen if we reverse balloted the Taranaki rugby team. Started with the factual worst players and then put the best players on last. But that's another story we can talk about.
Unfortunately, it has been a controversial move. But the flip side of that is that last year that these 65 races didn't get a lot of entries. This year they have. And so Taranaki are going to have probably better betting fields because of it. But you know, some of these key horses, such as Larima, we're going to see further down the track, Alexander Fields' horse, who was Kirkland was second in the Wanganui Guineas at the first start last year, a last start winner, is now second on the ballots in a rating 65 race. So, yeah,
very frustrating.
It is for those connections because they're crucial spring kick-off points. So, yeah, there's 2 sides to the story, but it has been a controversial move.
You may still be a chance to get a start. Race number 3, Sainted Pearl and Arima, the way to Aidan and I are going. On to the 4th race we go. Aidan, what are your thoughts on the market here for the Seaton Park 1400?
Well, it's interesting the price here about Dodon Torre, who's got a wide barrier draw to contend with, but is 3 from 3, unbeaten so far. Jonathan Parks, he had the last start, or the last couple of rides on Irish Flame, who's been pretty good. He's gone that way. Rock on Line's been really good. 650 for this horse. Seastar's probably wanting it a little bit wetter, but does have ability, and you could probably say the same about a few others. Choo Choo coming into this with okay form from last preparation, and Tinkalicious is a horse I'm going to go for here. I thought the second resuming was the run of a horse who's really starting to shape in the right way, but yeah, a really competitive race.
I just thought you might get overs around the place price with Irish Flame. You're getting 210. Would have thought under $2 had he drawn a little bit better, but he's racing so well. 2 runs under his belt, expect improvement. Race number 5 from New Plymouth on Saturday. This is the Powerworks Greys Open Handicap, the 5th, and the race favourite is Stratocaster at $3.
Yep, during the first call you asked about how long ago it was. It used to be called the Seegers Gin Grey, and you know, I got a text through saying in 1995 it was noses across the track with, you know, a bit of a spectacle because they are, you know, these grey and roan colours horses. So it's a cool idea. there, and it's off the ground. It's a $40,000 race. I've gone with Stratocaster, who was massive in a really slowly run sprint at Hastings last weekend, where the first and second horses were the first two home. Stratocaster's come from last, hit the line really strongly, and they're really happy with the way that he's progressed. So he's the bet in the race for mine.
Okay, I thought King's Secret, the ex-Hong Kong galloper, always a bit of a fan. A couple of runs under the belt now, and potentially onto a better track. The sixth out of New Plymouth, here's the market for the Dennis Wheeler Earth Moving 1800, high quality $8.50, Delicious $3.40, Poker Face $4.50. I was all over Poker Face here from the draw. Aidan thought that he'd be able to find himself a spot, be hard to beat. You're a Delicious fan though?
I am. The draw does put me off to an extent. I've been a Poker Face fan right the way through, and that horse's win from back in the field at Ruakaka, when it wasn't easy to do that last time out, was very good. And from barrier 2, I've got the horse actually settling a little bit handier than what it normally does. I've got it 4 back the fence when normally we've sort of seen it sort of 6 back and things. So the draw does certainly play into its favour. Delicious has been terrific in the last couple. You look at that run in the Interprovincial a couple of starts back for third, was a very good form guide, and since has gone on to run second at Wanganui and behind Indigenous Union. So I've gone Delicious's way, but with a little bit of caution from the draw.
Okay, go with Poker Face. Might be able to box those two up and have a bit of fun around a few others if you like them in the sixth. Race number 7 in from New Plymouth. Here's the market. This is the Fast Track Insurance, $3,210, $5 Trisha Lee, Charlotte O'Byrne riding well, $6 for Where Are You, $9 there for Locally Sourced. Tricky race, eh?
Oh, really tricky race. And so for me, I'm just having to look for some value. I thought Hamiltonian's been going probably better than what the form sort of says. Has run in this race before and run with credit as well. The recent starts have been okay. The blinkers come off. There just seems to be enough about this horse at $16 that it's worth a little each way spec in a very difficult race.
My theory around Trisha Lee was that she may punch forward, find a spot. Being a 3,200 metre race, if they do back the tempo off mid-race, she might just have enough squirt in her legs to get home in race number 7. But all the best there with Hamiltonian. The last race is the 8th on Saturday, and my best bet of the day comes up here. On the second page of Betting Aidan, we're going with the John Wheeler trained Kirk Keynes, the son of Encosta de Lago, who I thought was good first up, didn't get a whole lot of luck. Gets to 2,000 metres, but I'm feeling like 4 and 170 is probably on the short side from the draw.
It's a really tricky barrier draw here. And once again, we're sort of seeing, as we'll see with a lot of these reverse ballot races, and they're only in the 65 races, so the 3 races, is that those horses who are down the field are actually the highest rated runners, and hence you'll find that that's where the prices are normally shortest there. I do like Kirk Keynes on that last start run, but Kirkland, I know, is second ballot in the race. That's got to be the concern, but the form leading in is very good. As we said, was stakes placed last preparation, and the last start win was just of a horse who's progressive at the moment. So I'm happy to play him, just hoping he's going to get a start.
For Aidan and I, we're going with the Kirks in the last at New Plymouth. To you at home, good luck with your bets at New Plymouth on Saturday.